What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Lamar. That's my brother, Casey Fowler, and this is Foul Language Podcast.
And like every episode, man, fuck that. He done fucked up like twice. You know what? It's always me. So it's him this time. It's fucking
it's
him.
1-1.
And I'm gonna let that shit.
I messed up the first one. I messed up the second one. No, the first one. You messed up the second
one. Both of them.
Go ahead.
Fucking up now. God damn it. But I digress. You know, man, y'all get your accessories right. Put your headphones on if you at work. Put your kiddies to bed because you might just hear some foul language. Let's get it, man.
Got that right. Yeah, you already have. Roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right, everybody. Before we get things kicked off in episode 125, we like to talk about the accessories. You see mine in my hand. Let's see, brother, what are your accessories for this evening?
How's it going, man? Cigar pretty good, man. It actually like called me, so I just went to it, man. It's the Brasilia box press. It's like really box pressed, and so it's pretty good, man. Kind of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Mediocre side. I mean, it's not bad. It's not strong. It's not weak. It's just there. But that fits because in this cup, I got a little hunch punch with some Malibu mixed in it, and I'm pairing those together. And budget cuts, man. Fucking budget cuts. But we're still here with our accessories. We're gonna still accessorize while we accessorize.
Dang, bro, I would cash app you something.
Very demure around this motherfucker.
That ain't demure at all. That's delulu. Ain't that what the kids say?
They're trying to say that shit to me every day.
Oh no!
But all in all, it's not a bad pairing. Fuck with you.
Terrible.
So yeah, I mean, you know, cigars and rum, baby. You know, it is what it is. How about yours?
Cigars and rum is not a bad pairing. So for me, it's been a while since I've even had one. Since one has been in my humidor. While I prefer the Salomon, I have the Plasencia Alma Fuerte. It's been so long, I've almost forgot how to say it. This is the hexagonal one. So yes, this one. It's like a box press on steroids. And then I got a new pick. I picked it out today. I was looking online. It's I don't know what this even is. It's the RD1 small batch. And it's what is it? It's got Brazilian Amburana wood. Sure. And I was like, all right, that's interesting. So let's try it. So first sip. I have never gotten like oatmeal. Man. So far, so good. I'm a fan. Had I got the Plasencia Natural, I would have had the same green and gold kind of color palette going. But as always, we will let you know how things are going as the episode kicks on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. We like to bring something positive from our world to y'all in this ever changing, ever negative world that we living in, man. I mean, something's always getting recalled, shootings, whatever the fuck they got going on. It's always something negative. So we like to bring the positive out from our world to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shed some positive light on some shit, man. So, you know, we call it the Wibble or the What's Best in Life. So, brother, what's best in life?
Well, let's see. Last weekend, I got to hang out with my lovely wife. We got to spend our 15 years of wonderful wedding bliss. Took a little staycation. Since school is in, can't really go too far because you know it is busy. And this week is a busy week too. We'd already had an after school pool party today. There's functions tomorrow. There's functions Saturday.
Just make me want to say fuck these kids, man. I feel your pain.
I may have considered it once or twice this week after waking my son up to go to school, and he don't want to get up at 6:30.
I don't blame him.
I resist the urge to pour water on him. Like I told him, I'm starting coming in with the water gun and be like, better get up.
Get a spray bottle. Get a spray bottle.
Yep. So anyway, so we did that, and we hung out, went some places, had some fun, saw Wolverine and Deadpool. Went just different places. Went to the retro gaming museum. Just all kind of little random staycation touristy type spots, stuff that's too far east for us to go to. And so we did that. I finished King and Ashura 2 days ago, so that ended about how I expected it to end. Um, it's one of those endings where you can just stop it right there. I know that it doesn't, but they can just stop it right there, and it's a good, solid ending, which doesn't happen in this day and age too much anymore. So there's that. Let's see what else is going on. I started the Terminator anime. I'm only one
How is
episode
that?
in, but it looks pretty good. I mean, I've heard good things about it. It's not like the movies. It does like a lot of like I just found like the current reboots of Terminator and stuff play on your nostalgia a lot. And we might have to talk about this. What anime gets right in reboots versus Western culture. Because I think you take that versus the reboots, it's the lore. Like you think about something that's been around for so long. Think about like you as a big Star Wars fan, the lore that you respect. And I think that's what happens in a lot of anime is the lore is respected. So over just the nostalgia. So anyway, watch that. Let's see. So much happened. It was a busy week. Got some stuff done at work. Work was work. It is not a million degrees outside anymore. I am so thankful about that. Just been hanging out with the family. Loving this whiskey. Feel like there was something else. Oh, duh. So this past week was Dad's birthday, and usually for Dad's birthday, I'll smoke a cigar, and I think y'all do Crown or whatever, or the Bull or Schlitz. So what I do is because every time he's ever come and drink at my house or drink with me, he takes shots of random stuff that he don't need to be taking shots of. So the only time in life you'll ever have me taking a random whiskey and taking a shot of it. So I took 2 shots of a whiskey, the whiskey that I think I had on last episode. And I took it at 2 particular times because I was watching, which is going to be the new thing, Conan the Barbarian. And I took a shot at What is Best in Life.
Nice.
Shout out to Dad. RIP Dad. And then I took a shot at the first time Thulsa Doom, or for those that don't know, James Earl Jones's character, for the first time he speaks, I took a shot there. RIP James Earl Jones, RIP Frankie Beverly. You know, leaving the club is not going to be the same when they turn the lights on. Not that I go to the club anymore, but that RIP. A lot of people actually died this week.
Yeah.
Different groups. So it's a lot of them. So RIP to a lot of people, the people that passed this week. That's my wibble. Kind of on a down note, but you know, got to find a new tradition, if you will, to honor Pops. So that's my what's best in life, and I may think of something else as you're talking. So what you got?
Well, before I begin, as per what I believe in, death is not a down note, man. It's a really awesome thing, if you will. It's not the end; it's a new journey. But as far as my what's best in life, excuse me, guys, I had to put a cough drop in, as y'all saw when brother was doing his, getting over a cold. But so we visited Greenville. Grandma came down briefly. Her, Uncle Reggie, Aunt Kelly, went up there and just chilled with them. Had dinner at our Uncle Carl's house, and like all grandma brothers and stuff was over there. And I mean, it was cool, man. You know, I was really enjoying being around the generation before the generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2 generations above me, man. And that shit was like really dope. Just talking to them and gave me some perspectives in terms of health goals and what I need to be doing for myself.
Right.
But man, you know, I'm like, shit, it's my blood right here. We got the same shit going on. I ain't trying to be looking like that, bro. Fuck no. So, you know, that was a real what's best in life, because, you know what I'm saying, I done got my shit, getting my health together and under control and shit like that.
I got a doctor's appointment next week.
I just went to one earlier this week, my first VA appointment. I'm gonna change PCMs, but you know, it is what it is. The kids, like you was mentioning, the kids with everything they got going on. Keontae and Shania's football season, one band, one cheerleader, And it's just been band stuff, cheerleading stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got to break a little bit this Friday because Shania's playing an out of town game today. But Keontae's been doing band stuff. He got inducted into beta again this week. He got 8th grade night coming up, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Like next month, he got 8th grade night on Thursday, and then we got senior night at Butler on fucking Friday. So I'm just like, oh my god, no.
Another life.
But it's cool, man. I enjoy it, man. I support my kids, man, 1,000%. I mean, it's tiring, gets a little annoying sometimes. Not my kids getting annoying, but the people around me get kind of annoying. I just, but
no, don't let the internet fool you. Kids annoy you sometimes too.
Oh, absolutely. But when we had the program for football things, definitely. They ain't around me, so they ain't there to aggravate me. So it's just
I feel you.
And they football.
Just wanted to free somebody of that right now because the internet would be like, "Oh, my precious darlings."
Oh no, fuck them kids. Came from a real place. At one point in time, with Bernie Mac, I think he was the first person to say it. That came from a real place. What else? Like you said, it was Dad's birthday. 9/11. Also, remember 9/11? Tribute to the people who lost on 9/11, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Dad's birthday, and then like you said, I did my ritual. So I got a new ritual now since I got out the Army. So instead of just the bull, I take a shot of the bull, the Schlitz malt liquor. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I take a shot of it. My wife took a shot of it, because we got his picture and stuff on the wall. Take a shot with him. Then I come out, pour the rest out, and then I roll a little skimp for him, and then I roll me one, and then I just light his and let his burn, and I just sit out there and smoke with my dad for his birthday, man. So that's kind of like my new tradition thing. Father's Day is when I do Conan. I watch both of the Conans on Father's Day, and and Hacksaw Ridge.
I might watch Shaka Zulu this year. I was thinking about it.
Mama been telling us to watch that forever. We gotta finally watch it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
And then, like you said, the end of King of Ashura. I'm on the very last episode, but I finished the fight. So I'm on it.
Okay. So just after the fight. Okay.
Right. So I got to watch just after the fight. I mean, it was give and take for me, man. Some of it was boring. Some of it was like, oh shit. But the guy who won, no spoilers for who ain't seen it. That's a bad motherfucker. I didn't think he was.
I knew he was gonna win. So
I didn't think he was.
Spoiler, but not spoiler. If you watch the Baki King and Ashura crossover, you kind of figure out who wins.
See, now you make me want to go back and watch that shit.
You don't even have to. Just the very end. The scene with Pickle. That's all you need to see.
Yeah, hopefully they do another one of those. My new job kind of officially started today. Had our first little group team meeting. The training begins on Monday, so I'm officially back in the workforce. No more retired Kevin for me. I'm back working. Good, because I would say I'm bored, but I'd be lying because it's been overly busy. Between that and then, what I'm saying, school starting, crushing it in school. I'm actually trying this time, what I'm saying? I'm trying to maintain a 90, 98 fucking average in all my classes. So I've been really hitting the books hard just about every day, making sure my shit's tight. We did a thing today, and it's going on tomorrow. It's called like the Pacific Islander Fest out here. So, it's not just for, Guam. You got Guam, Samoa, Hawaii.
It's the whole region.
Other ones, they and everybody that lives here that's that particular ethnicity or whatever. Everybody get together, have a fest. They got music and shit going, food. They doing a little
roasting the pig.
No, ain't nobody out there roasting pigs.
Oh man, nobody.
It's kind of like it's a market basically. You know what I'm saying? They just got the people performing and stuff like that, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I got to see one performance. They was doing their thing. The guys was doing all that shit. They didn't hock it. They didn't hock it, but they did the dance kind of. I don't know what to call it. I don't want to mess nothing up. So you know what I'm saying? They did that. Shit was dope. We're going back out there tomorrow evening to catch the fire knife dance or whatever the hell it's called. Fire knives and shit. Cool. So definitely got to make that happen.
Good combination.
I sit there like a little fucking kid, clicking my goddamn heels until that shit happen tomorrow. I'm telling you, I'm bringing my own chair and every fucking thing. I'm not playing. I'm gonna take a picture of it, send it to y'all. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. But yeah, it was a good time. One of the people that's on Janeke's lives we call her Mama D. She was actually down here for it, so we linked up with them for a hot second. Her husband, her daughter, and kind of just kicked it with them. My wife got some good old tomorrow type snacks and stuff from her, so she's happy. I'm still playing fucking Wukong. It's not as hard as that shit with the butterfly bitch. It's nowhere near that level. But holy shit!
Oh, the anger on the internet is still be like people be posting bosses like forget him. Okay.
Yeah, and they be from the ones I've seen, and they say fuck them. Yeah, absolutely fuck them. Some of them ain't worth fuck them level because I could beat them like 3 fucking times. But the guy I'm fighting now, I was fighting this motherfucker for an hour and lost every time for an hour, and I put that bitch down and said fuck that game. I ain't been back on it since. But other than that, man, that's what's best of life, man. Just cool. A lot of shit going on, man.
Cool. Couple more things. In the meantime, I've got a couple more model kits in my belt. All right. Getting ready to watch the classic Gundam, and I was gonna watch it by myself, but Kim said she wants to check it out too. So we're about to watch some, I think 79, 80, 1980, somewhere in there, early 80s anime. Mm-hmm. You know, it's old school because it's even the small aspect ratio. So, yeah. With the old opening Gundam song, man, it's funny. It's hilarious.
I bet you was excited when Kim said she want to check it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd be the same fucking way. Way. What? You want to watch it too?
Yeah, man. Simone asked me to get her a model kit, so I got her one. She wants to do one. So I got her an Inchigrade, so she's excited. So now I got to find something for Lamar too. I didn't find what I wanted, but I'm looking. So yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Right on. Good shit. Showing the kids something different. I like that.
Cool. So everybody, that's what's best in life.
Yes.
So we've been past Comic-Con for a while. And it was announced at Comic-Con, for those that don't know, Kevin's flag doesn't want to be a part of this discussion anymore, but the show must go on, that he's going to be coming back as Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's kind of like a trolling thing. So he's like a Dr. Doom or like the fake Dr. Doom, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows? He might actually be the real Dr. Doom. So people were talking about them, you know, milking Robert Downey Jr. money. And bringing him back, and they were talking about how like he got forgiven for, you know, because he was a wild boy back in the day. So they started comparing how Marvel is basically handed him the keys to the kingdom, but they're unceremoniously ushering Jonathan Majors exit stage left. And so thought it would be fun we talk about that. So what do you think about that, man? That whole, the comparisons and how they did it.
Oh, that's easy. Robert Downey Jr. white. He white. At Disney, he white. And Jonathan Majors ain't white. He black. That's the big difference. No, all right. In all seriousness, I mean, yeah, I honestly do think that might have a minuscule approach to it. But when you look at somebody like Jonathan Majors compared to Robert Downey Jr., this I guess you could say conservative crowd that Disney pulls in will look at this big black man who's convicted of whatever the hell he did. I don't even remember. Welcome back. Shit. Fucking flag. Okay. You see this big black man that was convicted of whatever he did, and now he's a threat. Now he's not safe for children. We don't want our kids to look up to this Neanderthal, this thug, this, you know what I'm saying? They'll look at it like that. On the other side, you got, Robert Downey Jr. has had some problems. You know, he fought his drug addiction. He came back strong. So, you know, we can't just kill him off completely. Let's give him another chance, man. Let's make him fucking Dr. Doom or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And they doing it like that. And something that I've seen, I don't know how true it is, because honestly, the show wasn't that great, true enough. But the actor that played in Star Wars, the Acolyte, was saying that type of kind of racist atmosphere, that bigotry in Disney is like for real. That shit's really fucking there. You know what I'm saying?
Sean of X-Men has been saying that too.
Yeah, and I absolutely positively believe it. The shit's been there, honestly. I mean, prime example, look how they did the Crows and Dumbo, the old Dumbo cartoon, for like better example at this fucking moment. But I mean, really, and I really hate to always well, not always, but shit boils down to race and everything like that. But Jonathan Majors, big, strong, dark skinned, fucking highly melanated brother. Robert Downey Jr., little smart mouth, pasty guy, and you know what I'm saying. He's more receivable to the crowd that's watching us, this conservative crowd that may be watching it. Jonathan Majors, oh no, and he did whatever he did to a white woman. Hell no, lynch him. Stone him. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Stone him. You know what I'm saying? And they just they do it like that. We see that shit so fucking much. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I mean, why you think they canceled Lovecraft Country? That shit got too real, bro. That shit got too real. They like that shit. They ain't like that shit at all, man. But you know, you see that shit all the time. And Jonathan Majors and Robert Downey Jr., which is a good example, by the way, bro. It's just the many actors who this bullshit happens to. It's not fair, but you know, that's how Hollywood works. But the good thing about Jonathan Majors is he fire. You know what I'm saying? He can play any role, in my opinion, man. I've seen him in so many fucking things so far, the couple of things he's been in, and I feel like that man can play any role. Disney is just a stepping stone, man. Robert Downey Jr., he had his fall off. He came back through Marvel, and Marvel's kind of like his identity now. In my opinion,
I think did he win an Oscar? He might have got a supporting Oscar, or he got nominated for Oppenheimer. But
oh, I forgot about that movie. Because I mean, Dr. Dolittle sucked.
No, and he was was it Charlie Chaplin too? I mean, he's done some good roles, but go on. But
you know, Disney stuck. The people wanted some more Robert Downey Jr. Or you never know too. It couldn't have it might be in Robert Downey Jr.'s contract to play that fucking role or anything like that. But I believe just like Robert Downey Jr. got a second chance after all his infractions and drug abuse and all that other stuff, Jonathan Majors is going to get another shot, definitely needs another shot. Maybe not with fucking Disney. You know what I'm saying? I would say F Disney, but I'm not going to say F Disney because I'm watching some stuff on Disney right now. I'd be a hypocrite if I said F Disney. But yeah, that's really what I think about it, man. So how about you? What you think?
Ooh, this is going to be fun. I completely disagree with you. Yeah. So initially, I agree with you completely until I thought about it for a little bit. I sat back and thought about it. And this is why I put the title on here, because at first, it's easy to do because it's happened before. You know, black actor gets, eviscerated for a small infraction. White actor for seemingly similar or even worse in some cases infractions gets a slight slap on the wrist or a stern talking to. In this particular case, I don't think the circumstances are equivalent, so that's why I think it's a bad comparison. So that's kind of why what I feel about it, and I'm gonna tell you why. So if you look at Robert Downey Jr. at the time, I don't know why I have this in my hand. Robert Downey Jr. at the time when he was picked as Iron Man, Marvel wasn't the Marvel it is today. Disney wasn't the Disney it is today. Well, Disney was, but Marvel wasn't. So because of that, I mean, it was kind of like the only reason they picked Iron Man, because if you understand any of how that worked, as the jumping off point, is because they ain't had nobody else. They sold their rights to Spider-Man. They sold their rights to Incredible Hulk, the Fantastic Four, Deadpool, the X-Men. So they didn't have any of their top tier characters. So it was like, yo, let's roll the dice with Wolverine. I mean, with Robert Downey Jr. and let's do Iron Man. And that was a good cast because of his history and because of Iron Man's history. Iron Man was an alcoholic at one point in the comics. And that's kind of why I think he played him so well, because they could relate to each other, if you will. So I think at the time, and all of his issues happened before his role as Iron Man. So it was kind of one of those things where we ain't got nothing to lose no way. We might as well go ahead. So with Jonathan Majors, where I find it a little different, and I think, first of all, let me say, I think the charges were BS. That's a whole different story for another day. Was he completely innocent? No, but
to that was it to that extent? Hell no.
And I think that's where it gets to the point of the optics of what it looks like, and I think that's what made it more of an issue for him. This big old brother in this small, you know what I'm saying? I think that that impacted that. But I think the Marvel thing, my honest opinion, and you talked about like the conservative crowd and stuff. The conservative comic book community is beefing with Marvel, really, or DC, Marvel, Disney, all that. Because if you've ever heard the saying, Disney so woke, Marvel so woke, because you know they'll be bringing up black characters, they'll bring them to the forefront, they'll bring up LGBT characters, minority characters, women characters. So they're all like, oh, they're going woke, they going broke. So I don't necessarily think they were doing it to appease the conservative crowd, if you will. Now, there's the liberal component to a lot of the things they do, because I mean there's a lot of race swapping, there's a lot of gender swapping, there's a lot of orientation swapping in comics, and we've talked about that before. Don't really care about that, but I mean I think that pisses off the conservative contingent. But my honest opinion of why they got rid of Jonathan Majors, it was an excuse. It was a scapegoat, because the direction they were going, that shit sucked. It sucked. It was ass. I still haven't watched Ant-Man. The whole trajectory they were going, like you heard so many people say that after Endgame, they were like, "What do we do now?
Right?
Why do we watch?
That, yeah,
we built to this point. This point has happened. Now what?" And I think between that and Chadwick Boseman dying, because I think the initial direction was to bring the Avengers in under Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther. And I think that they had to course correct because of that. And so that's where you get bringing up Kang as a villain. Kang's a powerful villain, but nobody gives a shit about Kang. I mean, I've been waiting on Doctor Doom forever.
And not the Fantastic Four Doctor Doom either.
I mean, yes, same Doctor. I mean, not the one in the movies, but yes, that's
same.
What
I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, but yeah. Doctor Doomore is a Black Panther Doctor Doom story. I was hoping that they were going to bring Doctor Doom, and I think I've said it on here that we're going to bring that in, and that was going to be like Black Panther 3, but you can't do that right now. We can, I guess, but
unless they recast,
it won't hit the same to me. I mean, you have the time. I think you could time skip and make young T'Challa older, and then do it later. But you got Doom in now, and it's not going to work now. I don't think.
Yeah.
But so I think by having that, this issue, it gives an opportunity to course correct and use that as an excuse, like, oh, because he got these things, we have to sever our ties to, whatever. And now because of that, we have to go a new direction with the storyline we were heading on. And it was just like, oh, thank you so much. It's kind of like, to me, you in a relationship with somebody that you don't really want to be in it, but you're too nice to break up with them. And then they finally blame you for something. And because they done blamed you for something stupid, you're like, you know what? You don't trust me, so I don't think we need to be together. And it's the dumbest reason, I know, because I did it way back in the day. And I think that's basically what Marvel did to Jonathan Majors, and used him as an excuse to get out of that whole Kang storyline, is really what it was. Because
you eat your waffles upside down. It's over.
Right. Pretty much. I mean, that's really what it was. So I don't think, I mean, there's probably a racial component in there somewhere if you look hard enough, but I really think it was more of an excuse. And I just don't think that Marvel and Disney had to pull back in the day with Robert Downey. I mean, now I think it'd be different to compare. Like if Robert Downey Jr. was in issues now, then it'd be something different to consider. I mean, just think about how quickly Disney kind of stepped away from Johnny Depp. And then they were like, my bad, we were wrong. So I think that's the case. Because even with that, they were still, dang, I saw it.
Continues.
They were still rolling with him until the verdict came. So I think had he got a guilty verdict, they would have found another way to kill him off or make sure he's not the real villain or something. But that was an excuse to pivot, is really what that boils down to. So to me, I think it was a business move and it was an excuse. They were like, thank you. We're going to basically take advantage of a tragedy. And that's what they did. So that's my thoughts on it. So
interesting.
That's how I disagree.
All right. And I actually see your point. I don't have a rebuttal for that one because it actually makes sense. So if it makes sense, ain't nothing to argue about. God damn it. I get it. So what y'all think, man? And who else would y'all compare to the same concept? Jonathan Majors, Robert Downey Jr., man. Who else y'all could think of that got done dirty? And let's talk about it, man. Put some in the comments.
Yeah, they should have got rid of Ezra Miller a lot earlier than they did, but
who's that?
Dude to play the Flash.
Oh yeah.
That dude was crazy. Is crazy. Something wrong with that dude.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for that accessory check-in. Bro, how's your oatmeal liquor, first of all, man? We ain't even gonna say accessory. How's your oatmeal liquor treat?
It's not bad. Definitely not bad. It's pretty doggone tasty, if I might say so myself. With the Placencia, good pick. Might have to pair these together more often. Like, I might make it so this is only the Placencia liquor right here. Wow, this is a good pair, man. I'm excited. This is probably one of the better pairings that I've had. Whiskey was just rated really well, and yeah, I just took a shot, and glad I did. I'll try more from them later on. So
good shit.
Yeah. What about you, man? What about your budget cuts night?
Well, budget cuts ain't going too bad, man. I don't taste no liquor at all. That tastes like straight juice. That might be good, might be bad. Who knows? I don't know. But all I taste is juice. But it's going okay with the cigar, man. Cigar's not bad. It's starting to do the little flower shit a little bit, but it's damn near the end of it now, so I ain't really tripping on that, man. My fucking ash fell. If you guys was paying attention earlier, fucking ash fell. Had to start that motherfucker over, but it's an okay cigar. Like I said, it's really mediocre to me. It's not amazing. It's not dope. Giving me that wow when I hit the cigar or nothing. It's just cigar to smoke. Nothing special.
Yeah. I can understand that. Cool. We'll check in one more time to see how they turn out. You hear this a lot of times, especially after certain tragic events. And the statement is usually like nobody should own weapons of war. I've had long discussions with my father-in-law about this topic. So being that you have actually seen combat and it's undebatable, unlike how they were doing on certain, political things. I thought I wanted to get your thoughts and we could just chop it up about weapons of war. What does that mean? And do you feel that the claims that no civilian should have weapons of war?
First of all, 15-year retired vet over here. I just want to put my little 2 cents in on weapons of war. Anything is a weapon of war, my guy. E-tool.
Mic drop. Mic drop. We're done. Topic over. That's it.
You train to fight, goddamn it, fight with. If they get that close, drill sergeant said, if they get that close for you to use something like that, you're already fucked up. But if you know what I'm saying, you can use your E-tool as a fucking tool. They had fucking bayonets. They had fucking. Let's go back to Civil War, Revolutionary War. This country was won by weapons of war because they used the same fucking rifles that the fucking military used. You know what I'm saying? But they want to make it an excuse right now. Like, I'm not saying citizens should walk around with a fucking AT-4 like shit was popping, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or a goddamn Mark 19 on the back of they fucking Bubba Chevy, just shoot. None of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You might see that shit in Texas, but I'm not saying they should be walking around like that. But come on, man, y'all talking about M4s? Y'all really focus on AR pistols and AKs and shit like that. Yes, those weapons are used in war, but I wouldn't necessarily classify them as weapons of war. And these motherfuckers, I feel like, use that term when it comes to rifles only, because that's what they focus on when there are so many weapons of fucking war, weapons you use in war, because there's no such thing as a weapon of war. It's weapons you use in fucking war. You just can't narrow it down to that. And you saying a homeowner shouldn't own a fucking AR? Why? Homeowners can own fucking muskets. They can have fucking muskets shooting at fucking people, so it's a fucking problem now. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not the fact of weapons. The weapons aren't killing people. We done had this conversation so many fucking times, man, that weapons aren't killing people. The motherfuckers that's holding the tool kill somebody. You leave a fucking weapon of war on the fucking table, that bitch ain't gonna go march off and fight nobody. It's gonna stay the fuck right there on the goddamn table. So when they use these motherfucking scare tactics, I call them, talking about they shouldn't use. You shouldn't be allowed to use weapons of war and all the other shit classified to be what is a weapon of war. That's what I want to hear first. What do you think is a fucking weapon of war, Mr. I've never fucking put on the uniform or the boots, probably. And then you're going to downplay a fucking somebody who has been over there and held that weapon, whether he was actually in the fucking hot zone or fucking not, he was still fucking over there. Any zone can become hot from cold at any fucking moment across that motherfucking water. Believe that shit. But back on topic, it's bullshit, really. It's bullshit. Like, no, civilians shouldn't have a fucking closet full of claymores. No, absolutely not. You shouldn't have claymores. You shouldn't. I don't even feel like you should have fucking grenades. What do you need a grenade for? But a weapon that you could use for protecting your family. You can use that shit for hunting. You can use that shit for a stress outlet. The shit's a fucking sport. Hell, they had airsoft fucking competition in the fucking Olympics this year. I mean, it's a fucking sport. It's there for those reasons, and you have these certain few people who use them the wrong fucking way. If y'all gonna say let's ban these weapons of war, let's ban these fucking new age fucking overseers, i.e. the fucking police that's beating and killing us folks out here. Let's ban them too if we at it. Since y'all want to compare one or two little incidents and try to bundle them all the fuck up, but when it comes to something like that, don't put all cops the fucking same. In my opinion, the weapon thing is the same thing. You can't say every fucking weapon does, because once you put a weapon down, that bitch ain't fucking firing unless you got a really fucked up weapon. And if you got a really fucked up weapon, you should have that motherfucker to begin with. I got weapons, you got weapons. Most of the people I know got motherfucking weapons, and them bitches stay exactly what the fuck they are. As long as you're responsible with a high threat stopper weapon, let me call it that, a high threat stopper weapon, then you good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have those few that use it stupid, just like the shit that happened in Georgia. And they're saying that the dad gave the kid the gun, the dad knew the kid had the gun, whatever the fuck the case is. You know what I'm saying? There was access there. You know, be more conscious and present about your surroundings and everything like that when it comes to these weapons. And you probably won't have as many fucking issues as we've been having. Don't blame the fucking weapon. Don't try to hinder the people of this beautiful country of ours from, you know what I'm saying, exercising one of their rights that these colonizers fucking put in the fucking place to take this motherfucker in the first place. No, it's too late for that shit now. It's absolutely too late. But I'm gonna get off my fucking soapbox now, because I really want to hear what you got to say about these weapons that we go to war with. Let's go, man. Weapons of war.
Oh man, this is the first tonight. I actually completely disagree with you again. I'm lying. I wanted to.
Oh shit! I wanted to. All right. Cause we're gonna go but with this one.
I can't. I really can't. I can't. I just can't. So first of all, define what a weapon of war is, because the way I understand it, based on my experience, is that you are issued a rifle, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You're issued a sidearm, correct? So yeah, and a lot of times you have a knife.
So
yeah,
I had a fucking combat axe.
or axe, depending on what you're doing in your life. So all those things, I mean, I have a knife in my pocket right now. I mean, is that a weapon of war? I mean, if I want to have a machete, if you have a combat axe, if I have a very similar outfitted axe, is that a weapon of war? I mean, where do you stop it at? I mean, like I say with like police shootings and stuff, by the time you get to the point of the decision of shooting, discussing the issue is too late. It's like cold medicine. You're talking about the symptoms and not the root cause. And in this particular case, it doesn't make a difference. The same thing could have happened regardless. And we say this all the time, and nobody has these discussions when they're talking about weapons of war. Right. I mean, look at other countries that don't have firearms. Like, I still say there was an unaliving attempt of a political official where he improvised one, rolled up to him, and 1 or 2 shots. There was mass stabbings recently. There's always mass stabbings recently.
Bludgeonings.
Same thing.
Forget about the bludgeonings.
Right. So I think it's one of those easy things. Like, I mean, I think both sides have their issues, and they do it with certain topics where they try to rile you up with the simplest common logic on a particular thing without delving into the nuance. I mean, and again, knowing what they're talking
cats about. And dogs, man.
Yeah. Basically, yes. Doggone Fido. It's on a plate.
That
with a little rice. Wow.
Sounds delicious.
So anyway, wow. But and you know what they're talking about? They're talking about usually your, like you said, your M4, so your rifle, your AR rifle type, which again they're different because there's no automatic fire option.
No burst.
I know of. No, none of that.
I mean, you can
legally,
build it. You can mod
legally,
it,
yeah, sure.
No,
But legally,
them single fire fucking weapons.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, and honestly, I've always maintained that if someone were to break in my house, knock on wood, I would rather my wife be able to defend herself with an AR than a pistol any day of the week. Any day of the week. One, it's more intimidating. Two, it's easier to be accurate. I mean, you got what, 3 contact points? I mean, depending on how you got it outfitted, I mean, you can pretty much point, and a lot of them, you know, depending on what you got in there, the recoil is really low, so you have a lot higher accuracy. I mean, it's safer. You have a good chance of making the things go where you want them to go. And I mean, I would rather have that. In my opinion, that's safer. And you make the argument because that's just what they choose for these unfortunate school events. But again, like I say, the failure happened before that, and that's just the means. You don't stop evil by taking away the tool. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna change anything.
It's not a damn.
I mean, because there's been mass shootings with handguns. I mean, and you think about it, you can shoot a pistol pretty fast.
Yep.
And yes, you can argue that the accuracy and all that stuff is the issue, but same issue. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think go ahead.
If it's a mass shooting, you can just point and shoot at fucking anything.
And 9 times out of 10, that's what they're doing. I mean, it's not surgically precise shots. I mean, and I give you an example, regardless of what you feel about the particular situation, and I am not a Kyle Rittenhouse fan by any shape, form of the imagination. He hit his intended targets.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have been able to do that as easily.
That's actually a good argument that the Pro 2A people could actually throw up in there, like, ta-da.
I mean, I'm not a fan of him at all. Don't get me wrong. But looking at that, given if it were a true one of those things, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've always been, you can get what you are trained and qualified for and can afford. If you can afford a Bradley and have space for it, go ahead and get you one. Wait till you see that price tag, though. Wait till you see that price tag, though.
I never had beef with that motherfucker. That'd be my best friend. I don't give a fuck what he believe in. He my buddy. I don't give a fuck. We friends, motherfucker.
I still got to get to that tank place in Texas one day. That's on my bucket.
I want to try it, man. Yeah, it's on mine too. They got one in Alabama too, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. So I mean, that's. I mean, we pretty much agree. You said pretty much. I mean, you started the first sentence. Anything can be a weapon of war. I mean, and it gets you into these slogans and these, napkin politics, if you will, of, hey, this is the issue. And it's way more nuanced than that. It's not that simple. And I mean, again, like you said, if I have a firearm on me right now for 125 episodes plus, because we have a couple that are numbered, has it walked up and done anything to anybody?
No. I haven't either.
I mean, if I had an AR on the other side of this flag, has it done anything to anybody?
Nope.
Not now in Texas, you can carry a sword. So, I mean, if I want to get my Masashi Miyamoto on, it's just showing that your flag is clear behind your flag. Is that... Am I issuing duels to the death to anybody right now? I mean...
Yeah. And if you want to be technical, those are weapons of war. Those Those are weapons.
Those are the weapons they own. Even back in the day. I mean, even the muskets that you talked about, those were their rifles that they had at home.
Yeah, and they used it for hunting. They used it when they fought. They used it to protect their house. So I don't see what the fucking issue is.
It makes a good slogan to get people rallied up behind it.
Yeah.
They don't know no better. And a lot of money's put behind it. And then, I mean, it's like, yeah, they can't do anything to fix it with the NRA. And I don't necessarily agree with that assessment. I think you have to have a real effort to try to understand and discuss the problem. If you go at the vantage point of, hey, I want to take, the other side's going to automatically get defensive. If we go and, hey, I want to understand, let's figure out why. And then we figure out from there. Yeah. Okay, if we decide based on it, there are certain markers, and we talked about this before. Because apparently at some point in time, the FBI checked the old boy out in Georgia before. I mean, how many times have you heard about these shootings where he was on somebody's radar before for one reason or another? And, not saying that you can monitor everybody, because then that becomes a police state and that's another issue. But
if they're already on your radar, I mean,
right. I mean, there's something there that you can look at. If you look at the data, like in my world, when a part fails manufacturing, you look at why. Like I remember there was a particular time where a particular part failed. Not to get too technical, but the reason why it failed is because of the rain that we got. We got some storms, and because of the storms, there was a hole, and you couldn't get the thing. I'm not trying to get into all the terms, to a particular temperature to cure the part. And so therefore it consistently failed. If you looked on the chart, you understood exactly why it failed. But if you just jump and say, hey, they suck because it failed, you're not doing your due diligence. You're not root cause analysis. I mean, do that, please.
Figure out why
we get so much further. Figure out so much further.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's all I got.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, y'all let us know what y'all think about these weapons of war, the war on politics, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that they're using this shit for. You know what I'm saying? There's slogans to, you know what I'm saying, antagonize or hype up people or anything like that. You know, what y'all think about it? This whole weapons of war. And if you can, we're gonna have them certain people in there in the comments. Hopefully, should be that's gonna be like, this is a weapon of war. No, I won't. God damn, bro.
Uh-oh. What just happened? The wind?
Yeah, bro. Knock my fucking lamps to this.
Damn, I thought you was going through a tornado, Dorothy.
All right, guys. So y'all know us, man. Gamers, anime. We're all into that stuff, man. And 2024 has been an amazing fucking year so far for games and anime. And I know anime specifically, there's more fire shit on the way. So we're going to talk about our must-see anime that's coming out in 2024, man. We're going to start with you, brother.
We doing for 2024? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about, oh, wow. This is a whole different topic than I was expecting.
Oh,
wow,
I
was
bad,
thinking, it's all good. I can work with it. Must-see anime. Oh, man. So this is easy. Shangri-La Frontier is coming back. I think that's one that you definitely need to check out if you haven't checked that already. It's an overtime. Listen, it's a take on the overpowered protagonist, kind of, but not really. So I think that's one to check out. The stakes are lower. So I mean, it's not one of those they're trapped in another world, and if they die for real. If they die, they can just come back. But I mean, even with that, I mean, there's stakes, and it's one of them anime. If you watch something like Attack on Titan or what is it? Grave of the Fireflies is on Netflix now, and it keeps popping up.
I've seen that. I saw that today.
You saw it on Netflix?
Yeah.
So I'm not a crying dude. It didn't make me cry. But if ever there was an anime that I would say somebody's gonna cry to, by the time that's over, it's possible. It's possible, because that is that is the most depressing anime I have ever seen in my life.
Damn.
I'm trying to think. Well, yeah. I mean, I think the overall. I mean, I felt like was it Devil Gray Man?
Mm-hmm.
No, Devilman Crybaby. I'm sorry, Devilman Crybaby it just makes you disappointed in the world by the end of it. But Gravy Fireflies is top tier depression fuel. So okay, so anime for 2024, Shangri-La Frontier. What you got?
All right, one I'm watching right now. I'm gonna go to my little two I got on the list in a minute, but I don't know the whole title because it's long as fuck. But it's like the Osan who is trained by the Level S adventurers does some shit. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long ass title, but it's good. It's a OP anime. But it's funny how they're OP, man. It's the main protagonist is like 30-something-year-old who decided to be an adventurer late and shit like that, and seeing how fucking strong he is and people doubting that he's that powerful and all this other shit, man. It's a great anime, man. It's good. I don't want to ruin too much of it by explaining too much, but you know, you got your elves, you got your magic, you got fighting, decent story. I ain't gonna say the greatest fucking story because it's kind of like a typical ass fucking story, but decent fucking story. That is definitely one for 2024 so far that I would definitely have on the book if you guys are trying to find anime to watch. That's a decent one to watch. If you like One Punch Man, what else I compare that shit to? If you like One Punch Man, if you like Mashley, shit like that, you'll like that.
What's that one called again? I'm gonna add that to my Crunchyroll right now.
When you searching this, like I said, it's his name. So type Osan, OSSAN.
Oh yeah. It's already in my queue. Got it. Okay, bet.
Yeah, it's good. It's good though. It's good.
I might have to move that one up to the list then. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. I ain't watching it dubbed or nothing. Every time a new episode come out, I'm watching it.
So I'm gonna cover some that have already come out. And I think everybody should watch them at some point in time. Frieren. Frieren ended for the season already because we're getting near the end of 2024. It's not super action, but when there is action, the action is really good. The story is really good, and it really makes you, as you're watching it, thinking about like your life and the people you meet, the people you spend time with, how long people are in your life. So like the whole anime to me feels like you ever go to a training class and you really hit it off with some people in the class and y'all are like best friends in the class, and you know by the end of it you're never gonna see them or talk to them again.
Every time I go to school, went to
school, the whole anime is that feeling.
Damn.
But it's good.
Good feeling though. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my recommendation.
Another one, if you like Black Clover, if you like My Hero, if you like Harry Potter, shit like that, you'll like fucking Wistoria, man. Wistoria is another one, kind of like that underdog kind of anime, man. Like real good. I'm waiting for those to be dubbed. You know what I'm saying? You got it gives you kind of like a Kaiju number 8 vibe, which that's what's gonna be my next one anyway for 2024.
Yeah, but, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, but Wistoria is good. I didn't think it started off really slow. I wasn't into it at first, but once you get into it, you know what I'm saying, and see how the protagonist of the story is really trying to grind that shit out, man, how he grinding it out and what he can do compared to everybody else, what they can do, you're just gonna be like, holy shit, hell yeah, get that motherfucker. Like, I love them underdog animes. That's what I call them anyway, underdog animes. Yeah, so Wistoria's Swords and Magic. I think that's the full title.
Yeah. Random, but as I was researching this, I realized that Blood of Zeus season 2 is out. I didn't realize that.
That ain't Blood. Oh yeah. I've been watched that. That shit was good too.
Oh, the second season?
Yeah, it started off slow, but it was good.
Okay, I knew it was coming out, and then when I think it got delayed, and then I forgot about it. No, I was thinking about it last night. So yeah. Okay, cool. Undead Unluck. I don't know if it came out this year or last year, but it's one of those that it seems like it's stupid, but it's so cool. And it's one of those where you don't think you have to pay attention to the little details, but you do. And you don't realize until later on, like they give you dates. And normally when I'm watching any anime or movie or TV show, when they show like the date, I don't pay that shit any attention. But if you do, it puts perspective on a lot of things in anime. So that's a good one. And the way the power systems are, that's a very unique take on powers. So how the guy basically can regenerate any body part aggressively uses that as a power, or the other one, she can't. Anybody who gives physical contact with her, something catastrophic happens to them. How they use that as their powers, or whatever. You can't touch them, or you can't move, or different things in their powers. Or it's a very interesting take on powers, if you will. So I recommend that one. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I was definitely impressed.
Sounds like a good one.
I'd recommend it.
Kaiju number 8. It got a lot of fucking buzz over the summer and everything like that. When I finally sat down and watched it, because I don't watch shit when everybody else is posting about it. I wait till everybody stopped posting about it to actually watch it. But Kaiju number 8 was another good one, man. The story is great. The thing I like about that the most is I like unpredictable shit when I'm watching. I've seen so many movies and shows and anime that you can kind of predict what the fuck is going to happen before it happens. It gets kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? But in this one, to me anyway, there are so many questions when the first season ended that I was like, fuck, when's the next one coming? Shit. Yeah. Like it was some good shit, man. It's real good. The action is fucking amazing. The animation is great. The story is great. I mean, all in all, just a real good anime, man. I mean, it's kind of like it's not as heavy as Attack on Titan, but me personally, I got kind of like an Attack on Titan vibe with it, just a little bit. And when you watch it, you'll probably see what I'm saying, where I get the Attack on Titan.
We're probably gonna watch it soon.
Yeah, but Kaiju number 8 is a good one.
Cool. Okay, the next one we just finished it not too long ago. It's on Netflix for everybody out there. Delicious in Dungeon. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but if you want to see an anime where the thought and care is put to how the world is built and how things play in the ecosystem, if you will, you can see that like whoever came up with this anime was like, before I tell the story, I got to think of how the world works first. Now that I've got the world figured out, I'm going to figure out how to tell the story in this world. And it makes for a very rich story. I mean, there's fighting. It's not like a lot of, Kenshin Hiiten Mutsurugi style flashy fights. But I mean, it's like dungeon crawling or, RPG type fighting.
Okay.
It's a party fighting. You got a mage, a rogue, a dwarf, a human, that kind of thing. Got your party. And it's that kind of hack and slash, Dragon Age type stuff. Shout out to Dragon Age 3, whatever it is coming out now.
Already pre-ordered and installed, baby. I can't wait.
Might be the reason why I get a PlayStation. I was telling Kim. Might be the reason. I'm gonna dust off Inquisition here. But yeah, Delicious in Dungeon is a good one to watch.
Nice. My last one, because all the other stuff is stuff you've heard about, Slime, My Hero. What else? No, I actually got two. I got two. I ain't
good.
So my next one I'm gonna go with is, and I just started it this week, is the Elusive Samurai. Now it's weird.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, some of it it's kind of weird. Like some of you be like, what the fuck am I watching? But it's good. It's real good. It's a great story. I'm waiting to see how much it builds and how the main characters in it, adjust and things like that. And the protagonist in this one, he's a prince. I'm not going to go into the stories because it'll, be some spoilers if you haven't watched it. But he's trying to take his kingdom back, and he's gathering his people, and it's crazy, man. Like,
and he can dodge any attack.
Yeah, any fucking attack. That's why they call him elusive. Like, yes. And you're like he weak as fuck because all he do is fucking run. Because that's what I thought when I first read it. I'm like, all this motherfucker do is run. This shit sound boring as fuck. But started watching, I'm like, oh wow.
Top tier animation too. Top tier animation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That shit is fucking spot the fuck on. And one thing they do in this anime in particular that I haven't seen in any anime that I can think of is the animators kind of bring out the person's evil demon that's inside of them, basically. And they distort their face or their eyes or their nose or their hair or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not like really demons, but it's like their true self is being shown as a demon or some shit like that. So I thought that was really, really cool about it.
Kind of like the breathing attacks in Demon Slayer aren't really
right
there, but it's friend. Right. I got you. That's cool.
Right. Real good one though, man. I definitely recommend
artistic choice.
Yep. Cool. Definitely recommend that.
You don't have as many as I do. I have a bunch, but the next one, I guess I'm gonna go with. I haven't seen it yet, but Code Geass has a new one out after we finish Shield Hero, which is what we're watching right now. I'm watching. I don't know if it's a movie. I don't know if it's a show, but anything that's Code Geass, I'm there for it. So, Code Geass.
Nice. My last one, because I'm like I said, I'm just watching regular shit. Me and the wife are actually watching One Piece now. We finally finished the Crocodile arc. Holy shit, we finally finished it, and I don't even know what's a filler and what's not. So we're trying to discern what's a filler and what's not a filler.
Go to the website, Google anime filler, and I think it's all the filler, and it'll tell you like what episodes of filler.
Oh, okay.
So you can just skip the filler, because that's what we did to Fairy Tail.
And get to the good shit, the meat and potatoes, as I like to say.
Pretty
but
much,
another one, and if you're a fan of Once Upon a Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, you will absolutely fucking love fucking Remonster, man. Remonster is
I need to watch that. I need to watch that.
It's great. It's funny as fuck. The main character's overpowered as hell. It starts off dark. You're kind of like, so don't have the kids watching. No, the kids
that's what I heard.
Remonster anyway. No, they can't watch Remonster. It's rated English. It's a lot of fucking going on in Remonster. But but other than that, it's a good take on goblins, because you always see the goblins and stuff like that as these evil, mindless, weak ass fucking creatures and just about everything you fucking see. But to see them take a spin on it like that, and like I said, it's fucking Remonster is like Slime, but it's a little more dark. It's a little bit more for adults. Slime kind of has that kid feel to it. He's laughing, he's joking.
Yeah,
it's a cute little slime. Friendly. But this one, that's for grown folk. That's a grown folk anime right there. You say anime is a cartoon, Remonster is not a fucking cartoon.
All right, so my brother ran out of gas and he don't have any more. Anime is almost getting to the point where I think I want to watch anime more than regular shows nowadays, because they just seem better sometimes. So I just started the Terminator anime. I'd recommend that one. That one looks pretty good so far. I'd recommend, King and Ashura. We just finished that. Uzumaki is coming out. It is a horror anime by Junji Ito. They've done takes on it before. I read the manga. The manga, because of the art, is really creepy. But I hope they do it justice this time. This is kind of like the one, like if you're gonna read any Junji Ito, check out Uzumaki. A lot of people are talking about Dan the Dan? That one looks kind of hype. Let's see what else. Overlord's got a movie coming out. What else? Blue Exorcist. I think it's got another season coming out. That's supposed to look pretty good.
That already came out.
It's already came out.
Yeah,
okay.
Already out. I'm
gonna check that out. Let's see. Tomb Raider's getting an anime. We'll see how that turns out.
Tomb Raider, really?
Yeah, not really an anime, but Arcane. I guess it might be anime. I don't know. Arcane, that season, that was amazing. The first season of that was really good, and I think it's going to be the last season. So I think they're only doing 2 seasons to tell the story. So I'm hoping what they do is kind of make it kind of like an anthology kind of series and tell like a story from a different part of the world, because that's League of Legends, I think it is, and that world is so deep. Witcher's getting another anime. Yeah, I didn't have a heart. Beastars. So Beastars is an anime about anthropomorphic pet animals. It's kind of like Zootopia, but more serious.
Yeah, I've actually watched like 1 or 2 episodes of that one.
So despite it all, it is actually a really good story. Really good story. And I think it's going to be the final season, but what pissed me off is it's going to be 2 parts. So I hate when that happens, because you're going to get part 1 and part 2. So I think I'm going to wait. Trying to think if there was something else there's one more that I want to cover that we watched, and I don't know if it came out in 2003 or 2004. We just watched not too long ago. It's not very popular. A lot of people aren't talking about it, but Undead Murder Farce. So the first episode was really slow, and I almost fell asleep on it, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give episodes another chance. That shit was so good. So you have like Lupin, you have Sherlock Holmes, you have Frankenstein's monster, you have werewolves, you have what else? You have like all your mythological stuff, and it's like a detective thing. So basically, it's this chick who's immortal, but Moriarty. I guess I can spoil it now. So sorry for the spoilers. Moriarty took her body to research it, and so she's just the head solving like crimes, dealing with like it's so good though. And so what's so funny is she be cracking jokes about like not having a body and shit. Like, if I could feel that, or I'd eat it, or I'd say that touched my heartstrings, but I don't have a heart right now, and stuff like that. But it's good. There's probably like a big fight every little arc, but it's a good mystery detective type thing. So I checked that out. It's not a lot of people are talking about it. It's not super popular, but man, I thought it was good. High Card has another season. We haven't watched that. That concept's pretty interesting. What else? There's so much, man. There's so much coming out, man.
A lot.
Just like you said, man. Anime fans eating good right now. There's another one. Dang, I can't think of what it's called right now. Is it Tsukimoto something? I can't think of what it's called, but it's basically like John Wick retires, and they're trying to bring him back in. John Wick becomes a family man, and they try to bring him back in. So
I think I know what you're talking
Sakamoto Days, I think it's called. It's coming on Netflix soon, so that one looks pretty good too. That's a lot of stuff out there.
So like you were saying, I did think about some
season.
I ain't no big Fire Force guy. I couldn't get into Fire.
I like it. The fighting is pretty good.
Couldn't do it. Some are some old heads, or you know what I'm saying. You've been watching anime for a while, or you're new to it. The Dragon Ball Z joint is coming out. Dragon Ball,
Daima, something like that.
That shit's about to drop next month. You got 1,000 Years Blood War. I think that's the last season, if I'm not mistaken, for Bleach with that one. I can't
remember if it's this one or I think it might be one more after this one.
It might be. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Don't quote me on that one.
Because is this one coming up the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's one more. I think it's gonna be 4.
So that was coming up. I don't even care where it ends because it ends so fucking stupid. But
I know it looks great, but
it looks amazing. I just started rewatching. Like when I'm up in my room, don't feel like coming down. I just sit up there and watch that. But that, and they got another one. I can't remember if it's about the Norse or it's about the Greeks, but they got another anime coming out this month on the 19th on Netflix. I cannot remember the name of that.
Tower or something.
I know what you're talking about. It's not Tower. No, it's not that.
Not Tower of God.
No, it's something else. It comes on the 19th. The animation ain't even the greatest either. I can't remember the fucking name of it right now.
I'm about to look for it now.
All right, we're gonna pause for the call so you can get the name because I can't fucking remember the name of that shit. Yeah, because it ain't out yet. It should be under the up and coming.
Twilight of the Gods.
Yep, that's it.
By Zack Snyder. Yeah.
Yep, and Zack Snyder's doing it. That's why I wanted to check it out.
I don't know. Zack Snyder's
he's hit or miss.
With a little bit of hit for me.
So I'm gonna check it out, man. Hopefully that one's good. It's a must see for me because I like all that type of stuff. And let's see what
I'm gonna watch it.
And lastly, it's a movie that's coming out, The Battle of the Rohirrim, the Lord of the Rings joint that's coming out in December. Yeah. I think that shit gonna be fire. Like that's my birthday movie. I'm going to see that shit for my birthday. It come out like on the 10th or some shit like that. I'm going to see that shit for my birthday, man. But other than that, man, that's really all that I have as far as the must-sees that I've seen and the stuff that's coming out that I think you guys should watch for 2024. I think, you know what I'm saying, we should do this yearly, man. Just anime update.
I think we usually do.
Shit. Yeah, we do.
We do. It's kind of like at the beginning of the year, but yeah.
But yeah, just like every other topic, man, put some in the comments. People put some in the comments. Let us know what must-see anime is out right now. It's 2024. It don't even have to come out in 2024. If we ain't seen it, goddamn it, it's new to us. So if y'all got some shit that's fire out there that you think that's a must see,
there's so much out there.
Put something in the comments, man. It's way too much. You'll never run out.
All right, time for the final check-in, man. How were those accessories? Because I know they're gone.
It was a bland night tonight, man. It was a pretty bland night. That's all I can say.
Dang, man.
You know what I'm saying? I had a
You
drink.
can't be doing that again.
Hey, I had a drink, had a cigar, had good conversation. That's all that really matters to me, man. I mean, the drink is good, drink is bad. As long as it wasn't bad, I'm good. As long as the cigar wasn't bad, I'm good. Everything was real mediocre and just real chill, like, man. How about yours?
Oh, it was great. Yeah. I have nothing bad to say. I still got plenty. It even went out, so I'm gonna light it when we're done and just sit here and enjoy this. And
do that.
My pour right here. So
smoke it for both of us.
Yes, sir. I will, man. Yeah, man. Life's too short to smoke bad cigars and drink bad whiskey.
Indeed.
Definitely. Like the flavors, great. We've talked about Plasencias dozens of times on here, so y'all know this whiskey.
I couldn't say it to save my life at first.
Put that back in there. Get you some of these.
Let me check that out. Let me see. I want to taste it.
As you should. All right, everybody. It's time to wrap up because KC don't have a flag. He don't have a light.
Man, the wind whooped my ass today, man.
Undisclosed location. He over here
man,
on the other side of what is it, Francine or whatever it is, touching down. He's just over there getting beat down. So, you got anything else for the people before we wrap up?
Sorry, guys. Nature's gonna do what it does. Apologize for the lighting. I know you guys enjoy seeing this beautiful chocolate face of mine, man. But you know what I'm saying. You guys stay blessed out there. Stay motivated. Whatever you got going on, man. Just handle the things you can and fuck the things you can't handle.
Mm-hmm. I don't even have anything else to say after that. So, as always, like I say, episode 125 in the books. Take care of each other. No, dang, I messed my own line up. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.
Yeah.